From my first video to the fourth video, I cut my recording time by more than half. Here I am presenting some tips and also the mistakes I have corrected to help you speed up your recording time. Tip number 1 is to get the things ready before. If you are an introvert like me, you might face so much internal friction before starting to record. You don't want that process even more taxing by not being ready. The day before recording, charge the camera batteries, charge the microphones, empty the SD card to ensure there is enough memory. Make any changes in the room you need to do, like decorating or setting up the lights. Tip number 2 is to plan your script as extensive as possible. There are debates on underscripting versus overscripting and which is better. While underscripting is just having bullet points that serves as prompts while you talk in front of camera, overscripting is writing out every single word you are going to say. Which option you choose is based on your personal preference and what you are comfortable with. For me, I write out everything I'm going to say, including where I need to emphasize. English is not my first language, so I don't think in English. Working as a software developer, I hardly attend meetings and majorly rely on office chats to communicate to the team members. So talking just from a bullet point will not work for me. I tried that for my first video and ended up getting frustrated that I couldn't translate my thoughts to words as seamlessly as I would like. This made the recording process more difficult than it should be. By writing it down, I had chance to polish the words and check for grammar mistake. I will continue to follow this method and I don't see this changing in near future. Tip number 3 is to identify what to talk and what to read. It might look silly to some of you, but it works for me. We all know adding B-rolls and stock videos would help viewers to engage with the story, and A-rolls create better connection with the audience and would feel like one-to-one communication. With the script ready, I will go over and think through and color code the script where I know I'll be adding B-roll or stock videos. The main purpose of this, I don't have to perform the whole script in front of the camera and do million takes. Instead, I practice the only ones that I will talk facing the camera, and after I finish recording all the A-roll parts, I will read the rest of the script for B-roll and stock videos in one shot. This way I save so much time. Tip number 4 is to use remote control for your camera. This device helps me a lot now. With just a click of single button, I can start or stop the recording without getting up from my chair. Earlier, I used to move around a lot and that got me worked up. I have to check my position, my clothes, my mic every time I sit back. To avoid getting up a lot, I had to do longer takes, which makes the editing process cumbersome, and it also eats up so much memory in the SD card. With this device, I can start recording when I'm ready and stop it as soon as I make a mistake or finish the clip without moving from my position. Tip number 5 is a very important tip and a massive time saver for me, which is to create shorter clips and marker videos. I make sure I only deliver short clips at a time, maximum 2 sentences. I stop recording every time I make a big mistake and redo them as a fresh clip. This way, the final clip will only have the part that will go into the final video. Then I do a marker clip before I move on to the next sentence. Now, what is a marker clip? How it is useful? Marker video is one where I record an object for just a second. Now in the list of clips, I can easily spot the marker clip from the video thumbnails. The clip just before the marker clip is the one I need. This way I don't have to go through the whole recording to pick the correct ones. I only just need to pick the one before the marker clip. This is why the remote helps as well, so I can make shorter clips. Tip Tip number 6 is about B-rolls and stock videos. Once A-roll filming is done, I go through the B-roll script and write down what action would complement the script. Instead of recording everything I come across and hope to use them in a video someday, I strictly note down what I need for the video I am working on currently and only record that. Unless it is a rare thing like a beautiful sunset, there is no point in recording every time I make a coffee and pile them down in myriad of footages and forget its existence forever. Now that I have listed what I need, I record only those and move on to stock videos and note down the URL of the videos I like. I give a name for each clip and mark the name against the script as well. This is the name I give for the video file as well, so I don't waste time searching for the relevant B-roll or stock video. I will put together my editing process and tips for faster editing in a separate video, and that is coming soon. Please stay tuned. Tip number 7 is about dressing and makeup. If you are not comfortable with your dressing and makeup, it will show in the result. It is as simple as that. So I tend to be as I normally would and don't try anything new for the sake of the video. Tip number 8 is about lighting setup. When I used daylight for my first video, I had to keep moving closer to the window as the sun started to set. Then I started recording with lights on in the evenings and night time, so I don't have to race against the time. I only have cheap light setups for now, but so far happy with the outcome. Tip number 9 is to have a free schedule. Don't overwhelm yourselves with lots of tasks on the day of your recording. Tell yourself there's plenty of time to get this done. During one of the filming sessions, I had an appointment booked before which I tried to finish off the video. As a result, the whole time I was in a hurry and that was not a pleasant experience at all. Tip number 10 is to test the first few clips. Always replay and test the first few clips, preferably in a bigger screen. It gives a chance to spot a nervous body language or a backward turned shirt collar much early in the process. It is also a good idea to check the audio from a laptop. I'm still trying to achieve the perfect audio recording level. Sometimes the audio sound good in camera replay, but entirely different when played from laptop. While recording last video, I was lucky to realize my microphone was not on during the 4th clip. Would be awful to realize that during editing process. Tip number 11 is about minor corrections. These are truly minor corrections, but it saves so much frustration during editing. After delivering the line, stay still for a couple of seconds before stopping the recording. Going out for 15 to 20 minutes before starting the recording helps. The fresh air makes me feel fresh and help me to kickstart the process with good energy. I make sure I don't eat heavy meal just before the recording. During recording, sipping water every now and then helps to calm down the anxiety and also allows some time to breathe. I hope these tips help you in avoiding some of the mistakes and also to cut down your recording time. If this video was any help at all, please consider subscribing. See you all soon in the next video.